Hello guys, welcome on Tesla Adventures. In this video, we'll discuss the numerical problems or some examples which are based on rolling. So in this first example, we have to find out the velocity of this plank which is kept over this ring, and this ring is rolling purely on the ground, and in fact there is no slipping anywhere. So there are 2 points of contacts A and B, and there is no slipping at both of them. So we have to find out the velocity of the plank. Now we know that for pure rolling condition that V naught will be equal to R omega, and in that case the velocity of this point A would be equal to V naught plus R omega. So VA will be equal to V naught plus R omega, and as we know that V naught and R omega are equal, so this is 2 V naught. Now obviously we know the condition for the rolling, that at point A there is no slipping which is occurring, and therefore the velocity of this wedge which is kept on the ring touching it at point A should be equal to the velocity of the point A lying on the ring. So velocity of point A should be equal to Vp because pure rolling is occurring, and therefore 2 V naught should be equal to Vp. So the velocity of this plank is equal to 2 V naught. Now let's move on the next question. In this question you can see that there are 2 rings of different radius, and their center velocities are given. We have to find out the velocity of these planks V1 and V2, and also the angular velocity of both the rings. And obviously it is mentioned in the question that pure rolling is occurring at all the contacts. So in this case you can see that if the angular velocity of this ring is omega 1, or we can say that it is omega O, then for pure rolling of lower ring, it is necessary that V is equal to 2R omega O. So omega O will be equal to V upon 2R. So this is the first equation. Now obviously the pure rolling is also occurring at this point. Let's suppose it is A. So at A pure rolling is occurring, therefore we can say that velocity of A should also be equal to V2, and velocity of A would be 2V, as we have already discussed that for a round object which is pure rolling on the ground, the velocity of its topmost point is twice of the velocity of the center. So V2 will be equal to 2V. Now we know that the point B will also be in the state of pure rolling, and there would be no slipping at point B. Therefore we can say that if the angular velocity of this smaller ring is omega O dash, then the relation for the velocity of point B would be Vb should be equal to 4V minus R omega O dash, and this B point is also lying on this plank which is moving with velocity V2. Therefore this Vb is also equal to V2. Now we have already discussed that V2 is equal to V. So 2V is equal to 4V minus R omega naught dash, and R omega naught dash is equal to 2V. So omega naught dash is equal to 2V by R, and therefore the velocity V1, this is the velocity V1, will be equal to 4V plus R omega naught dash. So V1 will be equal to 6V. So this is the values of V1, V2, omega naught and omega naught dash. Now in this question you can see that there are three objects. This is 1, this is 2, this is 3. Now there is a plank which is kept like that. This is a single plank and it is moving with velocity v in the forward direction. Now we have to find out the velocities of the center of these three rings as well as their angular velocities. Now we can see that the velocity of the top point of each of them is v, because this plank is a single plank which is moving with velocity v and it is in contact with all of them, and at no contact slipping is occurring. So at all the contacts rolling is occurring, and therefore the velocity of top point of all of the rings is v. So we can conclude that velocity of the centers VO1, VO2 and VO3 would be equal, and it would be equal to the half of the velocity of their top points, which is v, and half of that is v by 2. Now we have to find out the angular velocities. So this is omega O1, this is omega O2 and this is omega O3. So omega O1 is equal to the velocity VO1 upon 4r. So VO1 is v by 2, so this is v by 8r. Now omega O2 is equal to VO2 upon the radius of this ring will be 2r, because its diameter is 4r, its radius would be 2r. So VO2 upon 2r, and therefore omega O2 will be equal to VO2 is v by 2 into 2r. So this is v by 4r. And omega O3 will be equal to VO3 upon the radius of this, the diameter of this smaller ring is equal to 2r. You can see that this is 2r, and therefore this is the diameter of this ring, and therefore its radius is r. So this is r. So omega O3 is only equal to v by 2r. Okay, now let's move on the next question. In this question you can see that there is a system of ball bearings, and these are ball bearings, and the outer ring, surface is rolling with an angular velocity of omega. Its radius is 3r, and the inner ring is rotating in anti-clockwise sense with an angular speed of omega 2 by 2. Its radius is 2r. Now there is no friction anywhere in the bearings, and this system is rolling in the xz plane. Now there is a point P, you can see that, and this point P is at a distance of r from the center O, and this OP makes an angle of 30 degree at this point of time. So we have to find out the velocity vector of point O. Now obviously you can see that this bigger ring is rolling on the ground with an angular velocity of omega. So its velocity of its center VO will be equal to 3r omega for pure rolling. Obviously it is rolling purely, so VO is equal to 3r omega I cap, which is the first option. So option number A is correct. Now we have to find out the velocity of point P. So let us draw this point P, and you can see that this is the point P, and this distance is r. This angle is theta, which is 30 degree. Now the center has a velocity of VO, so the velocity of VO would be also the velocity of point P. So it would be 3r omega in this direction, as well as this P point would also be moving in a circle of radius r, and the angular velocity is given as omega by 2. So the component r omega of P point would be like that. So this is r omega by 2. Now you can see that this angle is 30 degree. So this is also 30. This is 60 and this is 30 and this is 60. So the component of r omega in the backward direction will be r omega by 2 cos 60, and in the upward direction would be r omega by 2 sin 60. So the velocity of point P will be 3r omega minus r omega by 4 I cap, because cos 60 is 1 by 2, plus this is r omega by 2 sin 60 in k cap, because this is k cap, this axis is z. So Vp would be equal to 11 by 4 r omega I cap plus root 3 r omega by 4 k cap. So the correct option would be option number B also. Now the point P has a linear velocity of this, so it is not correct, and point P has a linear velocity of this, so it is also not correct. Now in this question you can see that there is a system of uniform cylindrical plates which is shown in the figure, and all the cylinders are identical and there is no slipping occurring at any point. The velocity of the lower plate is v in the backward direction and the velocity of the upper plate is 2v in the forward direction. So we have to find out the ratio of the angular velocities of the upper and lower cylinders. So first of all, let us write down the velocity of lower cylinder as omega 1 and upper cylinder as omega 2. Now we can see that these lower cylinders are lying on the ground. So for lower cylinders, pure rolling is occurring, and obviously the velocity of their top point is equal to v. So velocity of their center will be equal to v by 2, and that would be equal to r omega. Let us assume that their radius is r. So omega 1 would be equal to v by 2r. Now for the upper cylinder, you can draw the diagram that the velocity of their top point is 2v. The velocity of their bottom point is v in the backward direction, and let us assume that velocity of their center is vo and omega is omega 2. So let us assume that it is v2. So we know that velocity of top point is equal to v2 plus r omega 2, and that is equal to 2v, and velocity of the bottom point will be equal to, it is in the backward direction, so r omega is in the backward direction and v is in the forward direction. So v will be equal to r omega minus v2, because r omega is in the backward direction and v is in the forward direction. I am repeating it again. So this is r omega 2. Now to solve this equation, this is the equation number 1 and this is the equation number 2. So this is 1 and this is 2. Let us subtract these equations. So I am writing it again, that v2 plus r omega 2, v2 plus r omega 2 is equal to 2v. This is first equation. And v2 r omega 2 minus v2, r omega 2 minus v2 is equal to v. This is the second equation. So to solve this equation, let us add up these two, 1 plus 2. So this is 2r omega 2 is equal to 3v. So omega 2 would be equal to 3v by 2r. Now we have to find out the ratio of the angular speed of upper and the lower cylinder. So the angular speed of the upper cylinder is omega 2 and the lower cylinder is omega 1. So omega 1 is V by 2R. So omega 2 upon omega 1 is equal to 3. So the correct answer is option number A. Okay, so this was the numerical package on rolling. Thank you.